Hi guys, it's the Caldwells here, and we wanted to talk to you today about goal setting. It's a big deal to have goals and to know where you're going. We don't shoot a gun without a target. We don't go on trips without destinations. So you need to live your life knowing where you're going to end up, knowing what it is that you want to achieve, and work your network market in the same thing. Where do you want your business to go?
Yeah, that's right. And so we're going to take a look at 7 key components today that have to do with setting goals. Number 1, you must have goals that motivate you. Your goals must be specific to you. So I have certain goals and Laura has certain goals, but they may mean nothing to you whatsoever. If I want a new vehicle, that's wonderful to me, but you may have 2 brand new vehicles at the house. And so that means nothing to you, but paying off your debt, paying off your student loans, that may be very important. So after this video, take some time and figure out what are the most motivational goals for you.
Okay, and then after you figure out what goals you want, number 2, you need to take time to figure out the measurement. So let's pretend that you want extra money. For whatever reason, let's say your motivation is a new car, but you need extra money. So how much extra money do you need? Do you need $2,000 extra dollars? Do you need $150 extra dollars? Whatever that is, you need to have amount to measure and say, okay, I'm going to make $150 extra dollars this month or whatever, and that specificity will be able to help you know what your goal actually is.
Yeah, exactly right. And then another component, number 3, is that we have to have time-specific goals. So how long is it going to take for you to get there? So if I say I'm going to lose 30 pounds, that's wonderful, but is that going to be over the course of a year, or is it going to be in 30 or 45 days? It's clearly not going to be very measurable if I can't look at a timeline and say, by this date, that's where I'm going to be. If I said I want to earn $100,000, well, I can do that working on a fast food restaurant, but it's going to take me 10 years. But saying I'm going to do that in 6 months, now all of a sudden we have a realistic goal that's admirable, and it is going to be quite the accomplishment when I get there.
Yes, and so in order to accomplish those goals, what you need to have is a plan. You need to have an action plan, number 4. So let's say that you really want to do something and you really think that this end result is what you need, what you want. Well, you can't just wish it to happen. You've got to have a plan, and you've got to break up that plan and make a bite-sized action plan in order to get there. So if you wanted to eat an elephant, you can, but you got to do it one bite at a time. So what are each of those bites going to look like? That's how you make your plan. Exactly
right. Number 5, and this one's interesting, and I've heard it from many different people, I've read it in many different books, you need to write everything down. There is a psychological component to us writing stuff down and then realizing those dreams. Laura and I, we write stuff down, we post it all over the house. You've heard of dream boards or action boards or things like that where you take pictures. We've done the same thing. We have pictures of the vehicles that we're going to drive. We have pictures of the homes we want to live in, places that we want to take our vacations, things we want to do with our kids. So when we get up in the morning, we can look at that. We can look and say, oh, I'm so excited, I'm heading towards that goal, or might be a little discouraged today, but I can see where I'm going to be. Talking about time specific, 6 months from now, a year from now. But write everything down. Take the time to do that. There's, like I said, there's something about putting pen to paper that really locks it in our brain, and we begin to head down that path.
Okay, and then number 6, after you've got everything figured out and written down, you need to do this every day. You've got to take action daily. So if you have a list of daily activities, then you need to actually be doing those, or at least be doing most of those, every day. If you had a tree in your backyard and you wanted that tree to come down, but you didn't have time to do it in one afternoon, you could take 5 swings with an axe at that tree every day, and guess what? Eventually, your tree is going to come down. It's the same with setting goals. It's the same with setting large goals. If you really want to get somewhere, but you can't do it in one day, guess what? You can do it over time, but you need to be doing something every day to make it happen.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Figure out what your routine is on a daily basis and never deviate from that. You know, it's going to be tough. Some days you've got to be selfish. You've just got to say, listen, I've got to have my 2 hours to reach out to my contacts. I know we're on vacation. I know it's, it's a birthday or whatever it happens to be. But look at those daily action points and make sure you take care of them every day. It's kind of like going to the gym. You've just got to do it every day. And then number 7 is, it's the most simple, but sometimes it can be difficult, and it is never quit. Never give up. Stay the course, no matter how difficult it is, no matter if you're frustrated or you've kind of had a bad week or whatever, never quit.
Never give up. That's the only way to fail.